English modals board game. Teaching students about modals is important. They have to learn things like can, can't, must, have to, you may, and then we can teach them about these and then practice it with a free board game I found on Twinkle. So this is called Obligation and Prohibition Game. Two things you mustn't do with a fire. Add more fire, add petrol or add gas. Don't tell anyone about it. Three things a teacher has to do before class. A teacher has to prepare for the class. A teacher has to make sure that all the material is there. The teacher has to make sure that all the students are ready for class. Three things you have to do if you want to improve your English. I must study. I have to read more. I should practice with a friend. Three things your parents, guardians didn't let you do as a child. I couldn't run with scissors. I couldn't jump off the roof. I couldn't go to the beach alone. Two things you can't do before you turn 18. I may not drink alcohol. I can't join the military. I think that's 18. I can't vote. Is that 18? Yeah, it's still 18. Three things you mustn't do. I mustn't fight with my friend. I mustn't cross the road when the light is green. I mustn't say bad things about my teacher. Three things you don't have to do when you're on holiday. You don't have to do homework. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to wake up early. Three things you have to do in the morning. I have to brush my teeth. I have to wash my face. I have to stretch so that I'm loose and limber and ready for the day. Two things you must do to be healthy. I should exercise. I must try and eat more healthy food. Three household chores you had to do when you were a child. I had to wash the dishes. I had to clean my room. I had to help my parents. Three things you mustn't do when driving a car. You must not drive too fast. You must not disobey the laws of the road. You must not turn illegally. Three things you can't do in a cinema. Can't play on your phone. You can't talk to your friend out loud. You can't stand on the seats. Three things you have to do if you have a pet. You have to take care of your pet. You have to give them food. You have to take them for walks. Three things you have to do when you travel. You have to plan out your trip. You should book your tickets. And you should look up places to go and things to do. Three things you weren't allowed to do in school. Well, when I was in school, you weren't allowed to wear casual clothes. You had to wear your school uniform. You weren't allowed to play outside during class time. You weren't allowed to climb on the roof. Three things you had to do last week. I had to prepare for classes. I had to meet my friend. I had to go to the hospital to check out my finger.